Welcome to Superhero Stories. I am your host, Captain EJ. Today, we'll be exploring the world of Hulk. All you have to do is close your eyes, get cozy, and listen to the sound of my voice. Captain EJ will be your guide. This story is brought to you by my friend, Mrs. Honeybee. Let's begin. You are sitting cross-legged, across from Bruce Banner, practicing different breathing techniques to control anger with him. He came here to this secret gym with you because he knows you are an expert at these breathing techniques, and he wants very badly to control his anger, to stop himself from turning into a mean, green monster. Bruce Banner looks at you with sad eyes and says that he thinks you, or anyone else, won't like him when he gets angry. As he's speaking, he swats at a fly that is buzzing around his head. You can tell the buzzing bug is frustrating him, so you remind him to focus on his breathing. He looks to you for guidance. With your neck tall, your ears as far away from your shoulders as possible, and your spine straight, you take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the refreshing air in your chest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then slowly breathe out through your mouth and count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's called a Hulk breath. And looking at him, you can tell it helps. He calms back down. Then suddenly, the buzzing bug comes back, flying in and out of his ears, all around his head, and his eyes glow green, and he explodes into the mean, green, raging Hulk. He bursts through the roof of the gym and takes off running through the city outside, upturning cars, uprooting trees, and leaving a trail of destruction. You run to the top of the roof to watch his destructive anger unfold and hurt himself as well as others. When his Hulk anger runs out and he's back to Bruce Banner, he meets you back in the gym that has a huge hole in the ceiling now. The sunshine peeks through it and shines down on you and Bruce Banner while you work together to repair the hole left in Hulk's trail of destruction. As he grabs materials and tools to put the finishing touches on the ceiling repair, he apologizes for not controlling his anger and tells you that he feels helpless sometimes. You walk up to him and give him a big, loving hug to remind him that everyone gets angry, and sometimes anger is helpful. The best thing to combat anger in all forms is love. That's when Bruce has a flicker of memory. He remembers one time at the Hulk when Betty, who loved him very much, stopped him in his angry tracks and reminded him of the love people had for him. Even as the Hulk, he could feel peace for a moment. Bruce Banner sits back down to resume practicing to focus on his breathing with you. Sure enough, through the cracks in the newly repaired roof, not 1 but 2 flies come back to buzz all around his head. He swats at them and hits himself in the face. You can see his eyes glow green as the Hulk remembers the last fly who did this, and he assumes that the fly is doing this on purpose, specifically to frustrate him and stall his progress. You quietly remind him to do a Hulk breath. He looks to you for guidance. With your neck tall, your ears as far away from your shoulders as possible, and your spine straight, you take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the refreshing air in your chest until you count to 7. Focus your mind on the sensation of your heart beating and remember how loved you are. Then slowly breathe out through your mouth and count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You look back at Bruce Banner, who has doubled in size and is tinted green. His eyes are still glowing green, but they are fading. The Hulk begins to shrink back down to Bruce Banner size. Then his eyes return to their color, and a smile of relief comes across his face. The Hulk successfully controlled his anger thanks to you. You and Bruce Banner then leave the gym and walk along the busy sidewalk. He notices someone sitting down at a table reading the newspaper, who seems to be watching him closely. He grabs your hand and runs behind a corner. There are a group of evil scientists who want to do harm to him. The man peeking out from behind the newspaper slinked around the corner behind you and appeared with his evil team. Bruce Banner pulls you behind him to protect you as the scientists threaten him with captivity. His eyes glow green again, and he burst from his shirt into the mean green monster. This time, his anger was necessary, because the evil scientists meant him harm, and he had to protect himself and you, his best friend, who has helped him so much. Before their stunned eyes, Bruce Banner transformed into the Hulk. With his giant Hulk hands, he picks you up and sets you safely on a roof that is far enough away. Then he bends down to pick up each of the scientists one by one and throws them into outer space, far, far away. The Hulk looks back at you and remembers all the love you've shown him and the ways you've helped him, and sits on the roof beside you, having transformed his anger into something useful. That concludes our story. I can't wait to see you again. Captain EJ, over and